Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Paper Podcast. My name is Alex, and I'm really glad you are here with me today. As always, this podcast is designed to help you improve your English through listening and shadowing. So don't just listen quietly. Repeat after me. Copy my pronunciation, copy my rhythm, and take your time. There is no rush. Learning a language is a journey, not a race. Today, we are going to talk about habits. Not just simple habits, but deep habits. The kind of habits that control our daily lives. The kind of habits that slowly turn into addictions without us even noticing. Let me start with something very real. Think about the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning. Do you stretch your body? Or do you reach for your phone? Be honest. For many people, the first thing they do is check their phone. Messages, social media, notifications, even before they get out of bed. This is not just a habit anymore. For some people, this is already an addiction. And the scary part is, it feels normal. I remember a time when I told myself I will not check my phone in the morning. I was confident. I believed I had control. But the next morning, without thinking, my hand reached for my phone. I didn't even make a decision. My body just moved automatically. That's when I realized something powerful. Habits are not always conscious. They live in the background of our mind. Now, let's go deeper. Why do habits become so strong? It's because of repetition and emotion. When you repeat something again and again, your brain creates a shortcut. It says, I don't need to think about this anymore. I know what to do. And when emotion is involved, like stress, happiness, boredom, or loneliness, the habit becomes even stronger. Let me give you a very common example. Eating. Not just eating when you were hungry, but eating when you were bored. Maybe you are sitting at home. There is nothing interesting to do. You feel a little empty inside. So you go to the kitchen, you open the fridge, and you eat something. Are you really hungry? No. You are just trying to fill a feeling. This is how emotional habits begin. And if you repeat this every day, it slowly becomes an addiction. Now, let's talk about different types of habits people have. Some people have productivity habits. They wake up early, plan their day, exercise, read books, and focus on their goals. Other people have avoidance habits. They delay work, scroll endlessly on their phones, watch videos for hours, and say, I will start tomorrow. Let me tell you about two people I once knew. The first person was very disciplined. Every morning he woke up at 5:30. He didn't feel like doing it. He was not always motivated, but he had a system. He drank water, went for a short walk, and then sat down to study. At first, it was difficult for him. He felt tired, he felt lazy, but he continued. After a few months, something changed. He no longer needed to force himself. It became natural. His body woke up automatically. His mind expected the routine. That is a good habit becoming part of identity. Now, let me tell you about the second person. This person had a habit of watching short videos on his phone, just 5 minutes at night before sleeping. But 5 minutes became 30 minutes. 30 minutes became 1 hour. 1 hour became 2 hours. Soon he was sleeping late every night. He felt tired in the morning. He lost focus during the day, but still, every night he repeated the same behavior. This is how a small habit becomes a harmful cycle. Now, here is something important. Bad habits don't feel bad at the beginning. They feel good. That's why they are dangerous. Eating junk food feels good. Watching videos feels relaxing. Avoiding work feels comfortable. But the cost comes later. Good habits are the opposite. They feel difficult at the beginning. Waking up early is hard.
Exercising is uncomfortable. Practicing English every day requires effort. But the reward comes later. So you must ask yourself, are you choosing short-term pleasure or long-term growth? Now let's talk about addiction more deeply. When does a habit become an addiction? A habit becomes an addiction when you lose control. When you say, I will stop, but you cannot stop. When it starts affecting your health, your time, your relationships, or your goals. Let's take phone addiction again. Have you ever opened your phone without a reason? You just unlock it, scroll, close it, and then open it again after a few minutes. This is not a decision. This is a loop. Your brain is looking for stimulation, something new, something interesting. And apps are designed to give you that. Endless scrolling, endless videos, endless content. You never reach the end, so your brain keeps coming back. Now, let me share something personal again. There was a time when I tried to reduce my screen time. I told myself I will only use my phone for important things, but I failed, again and again. Then I changed my strategy.
Instead of using willpower, I changed my environment. I kept my phone in another room when I was working. I turned off notifications. I made it difficult to access. And suddenly, things became easier. This is a key lesson. You don't always need more discipline. Sometimes you need a better system. Now, let's talk about how to break bad habits in a practical way. First, awareness. You must notice the habit. When do you do it? Why do you do it? What are you feeling at that moment? Second, interruption. When the habit starts, pause, even for a few seconds. Create a gap between the feeling and the action. Third, replacement. Don't just remove the habit, replace it. If you scroll your phone when bored, try listening to a podcast instead. If you eat when stressed, try walking or breathing deeply. Fourth, consistency. You will not succeed in 1 day or 2 days. You will fail sometimes. That is normal. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. Now let's focus again on good habits, especially for English learners. If you want to improve your English, you don't need to study for hours every day. You need daily contact with the language. Listen every day. Speak every day, even for a short time. You can shadow this podcast. Repeat after me. Copy the sentences. Feel the rhythm. You can talk to yourself in English. Describe your day. Describe your thoughts. At first, it will feel strange, but slowly it becomes natural, just like any habit. Let me repeat something important for you. Small actions every day without stopping. That is the secret. Before we end, I want you to imagine your future. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. What habits do you have? Do you wake up with energy? Do you speak English confidently? Do you feel in control of your time? Or do you feel stuck in the same patterns? The difference between these two futures is not talent, it is habits. So today, don't try to change everything. Just choose one small habit, one simple action, and repeat it every day. That is enough to start. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Keep listening, keep shadowing, and keep improving step by step. This is Alex from the English Paper Podcast, and I will see you in the next episode.